Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 180.
Mike 45. Watch the run. They're running it.
Check 52. 8.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 31, Newton is going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey. You got three.
Newton on first down. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago. 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
Throwing again on second down. Newton trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Go.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Go. 50. 55. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Hey, watch it. Back.
From the 17, Jackson. And some space here. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit lax.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That's what I'm talking about. Not
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Newton, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's got it complete. Mike Davis. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 6-0 our score after 1. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Finds an opening past the 40. And it'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tight dog. Whip. Watch the whip.
Jackson now. Throwing again. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
SOS. Check three. Check 24. Sponge.
They'll run it with Jones. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Check. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Gotta do better.
From the gun, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off on a safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Yo.
from the gun. Here's Newton. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A first down carry for Davis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26.
21 yards. That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Great. 59, Mike. Check. 59. It's a party now.
They fake the give. Newton. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Gun. Check 99.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Here I come. Gun. Check Mike 40. Go. 45. Not today, you are. Not today.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
This is Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
It's caught by Mike Evans. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Evans once again the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. And we're pretty quiet. Check 31, check 31. Hey, what are we?
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Just like that. Just like that. Kill, kill, kill. Go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Switch, switch, switch. Shift, shift.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's good for the Buccaneers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Come on, Right there in the middle. 55. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Switch. Check. Check her out. Watch the eye. Hatch it. Check.
Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down now, it's Logan, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught by Evans. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Jackson operating from the gun. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Great.
On first down, it's Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep from... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Slam, slam. Zip it.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Check 43. Joker to the ball. Touch box. Right. Hey. Jam. Check 26. Under 10. No.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Ready? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Check me out. Slam. Check.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Hey, I'm coming.
Back to throw. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain there of 21 yards. Welcome back now here in London. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 9, check 9. Shit. Shit. Show it in. Show it in. Go, go. That's mine. I got him.
Jackson. Looking downfield for Godwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Levante David picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, a give to Davis. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just...
And now here is another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players. And when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because oftentimes you could be wrong, but that receiver will make you right. But it won't happen.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Kill, 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 kill. What? Back. Check 50, check 50.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40.
Good stuff.
What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
You got eight.
They begin with a run by Davis. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Tighten up.
Now Jackson, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Jones had a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Check, 59. Crunch time, defense. Check 24.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's got Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? 55. Check, 55. Mike. Wild Bill. Watch the safety creep. Rush in.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Right there, 54, right there.
From the gun, Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more.
Next to score, Panthers 34, Buccaneers 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ross Cockrell. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here that quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down. And that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
At the 45-yard line.
On second down, Davis. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.